How good of an artist are you?
I would like to say I'm pretty nice.
Yeah?
You know, I won a couple of awards in 3rd and 4th grade art class. Proud of it.
Hey everyone, welcome back to No More Ink, the official after show for Ink Master that also serves as your go-to place for the latest in the world of tattooing. I'm your host, Ryan Ashley, and joining me today is a comedian you might recognize from Wild 'N Out or his wildly popular YouTube foodie show, Basic to Bougie. The very funny, very talented, and very tattooed Darren Brand.
What's going on? How
Thanks
you doing?
for coming.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, look at all these tattoos on you.
I know, stupid, right?
I know.
How did we get here?
How? And I'm sure you started off with just one.
You see this little bitty cross?
Yep.
That's the first tattoo I got on this big ass arm.
That's nice.
So I walked to my college basketball game with that fresh new tattoo with my sleeve pulled up. With that little ass tattoo walking around like, yeah. And that's how it started.
It's like putting one magnet on
yeah.
the fridge.
This is stupid. Yeah, imagine nothing else and just that. Oh, that's dumb.
And how did this whole thing snowball?
I think it just happens.
Yeah.
I don't think you know you're gonna one day have tattoos all over your body. I think you get one here, you get two, and then you go through a phase where you just go.
You do. You go through little phases, and then you won't get tattooed for a few years.
Right. That was me last year.
Yeah.
Last year I think I got a tattoo like twice a month for like 5-6 months straight.
Isn't it crazy?
And then I just stopped because I just needed a break.
Yeah, you need a rest. So tell me about how you choose your tattoos. What are we going for here? Are we going for emotional connection? Are we going for what?
Some have great meaning. Some are random as
Good.
Yeah, and I think you need a balance of that with tattoos when you have a lot. Some is motivational people in my life. Some is family, my son, just all kind of stuff. Everything, everywhere.
I love that.
Yeah.
People think a lot of the times that you have to get tattoos for a meaning or for a purpose, right? Like this one's for my grandma, this one's for my... But the truth is like, sometimes you just have to get some stuff that's for you.
Yeah, it's your body.
It's your body.
Right, you know what I'm saying? What if your grandma wasn't the most attractive grandma? I'm just think about it. Like, what if, the people you're supposed to get tatted want the most attractive? Like, I don't know.
Well, then you get her pocket watch tattooed on you. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I think it's cool too when people get like, I like funny tattoos.
Right.
Like silly, like satire sort of tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
I like when people have a combination of everything and don't take it too seriously.
Right.
Because we're so multifaceted.
I even got tattoos in some of my homeboys' houses. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, tattoo party was a thing.
Yeah.
It was a thing.
Yeah.
And then the development, the progression of tattoos. Now I see like, wow, the tattoo game has changed. The product has changed. So I have tattoos that look like jail, and I have tattoos that look like present day phenomenal.
Yes.
So, and each one has a story.
Well, before we get into Ink Master and what went down on the latest episode, we're going to first travel back in time for Ink Remastered. Essentially, it's a shot at a do-over for the tattoo that sent a former contestant home. This episode, we're going to be looking at Hiram from season 14.
Hiram. As I went through the tattoo, the body starts to have some problems.
The furthest foot as well looks like it might be twisted too much.
It looks like a left foot. Hiram, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
Animal pinups. It was gnarly.
What does animal pinups really mean?
You know the costumes at Comic-Cons where they're like foxes in a bikini?
Right.
It's like that, right? It's like sexy animals with like human features, and they're hard to do, right? Because you have to figure out how do you make an animal sexy with human-like features. It's a weird one.
Freaks us out at night, baby.
Yeah, especially a lizard.
A lizard's wild. I'm not gonna lie, she was kind of hippie.
Little see-through skirt,
thighs,
showing that thing.
Little scale back there. I seen it.
Hey, I didn't want Hiram to go home on this one.
You didn't. I could tell.
Hiram's tattoo has anatomical issues in the feet. So does Holly's. Hiram's tattoo has anatomical issues in the hands. So does Holly's. When it comes to the face, I far prefer Hiram's face.
So this is we're redoing it.
Redoing it.
Okay.
Just from the
Woo,
stencil.
wait a minute.
Look at that. Look at that.
Sick. Little panther booty.
Look at those curves.
I'm not. Wait a minute.
Was that latex? She wearing latex?
Is that a leopard?
It's a leopard gecko. That's what it was. A leopard gecko.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now it's coming together.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
When you think about like animals that are sexy, obviously you think about, a leopard gecko, right?
Yeah. I can see a leopard because Nyla from Lion King, I've always loved her. But the gecko, I'm not. Whoa.
What?
Whoa. I mean, do we slow clap? Do we slow clap?
Oh
What do we do?
God. I thought that was AI for a second.
No. Wow. Look at now. He got a beach in the back.
Holy
Cloud. Look
Is
at
he
that.
serious? Wow, this is by far one of the craziest
Yeah,
redos.
that's amazing.
That
That is amazing.
is gnarly. What
Look at
the
the. You see the camera? Look at the camera.
now,
Hanging like a purse.
All right, now he's just showing
He's
off.
showing out at this
now
point. Because the camera
Hiram's
first
just
wasn't
showing
needed.
off.
The camera
Now he's
first
just-
wasn't needed.
Wow.
I
yeah.
do like both gecko women. I do like both, but I do like the one on the right a little bit more. I'm not gonna lie. If I had to holler at one, the one on the right has a little bit more confidence, right? She says I'm a bad bitch gecko.
Well, the one on the right's more evolved,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like
Skirt, cheerleader, then we have the four. Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
she
grown.
was just figuring herself
That's
out.
a
in this
grown
one.
woman right there.
That's exactly
That's
right.
a grown woman.
That's
She owns
exactly
a condo.
right. Mm-hmm.
She has a car.
Yeah, no, that's her property.
Yeah.
Holy Hiram crushed this tattoo.
Hey,
Crazy, right?
Great
I know,
job.
I might clap too. All right, so let's get into the ink. We're gonna talk about the show, so here is your official spoiler warning.
This week, we're testing composition. Today, you must paint a perfectly composed masterpiece of epic proportions. And your canvas is grass.
On this episode of Ink Master, we start with the Flash Challenge in a large, empty field. It's the OGs against the young guns as they test their composition skills. Composition is where an artist is telling the eyes to move around on a piece of art.
I mean, you're basically airbrushing the ground. What's crazy here is the scale.
They're basically airbrushing a field, and their canvas is enormous. The OGs take this week's Flash Challenge, which means they get to choose all of the sculpt picks. So which one got your vote, Darren?
I really enjoyed the OGs. I thought that was dope. It was huge.
Yeah.
But I really could appreciate the young guns.
I know.
It was the 3D. I'm a big fan of tattoos that seem like they got depth.
Popping up off the skin.
Big fan of that, and I
Yeah.
thought that was amazing.
But that's where it gets tricky in this competition because
Yeah.
it's like, you have to remember, for us all the time too, we have to remember what the challenge of the day is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we're testing you on composition and you have the coolest metallic and the colors and all of this, but the composition isn't there,
Right.
it's like, God damn it.
Right.
That's why this game gets you,
Yeah.
you know?
Is that why the OGs won?
Composition, yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
What was your personal favorite taking out composition?
So I loved the beetle of the Young Guns
Right.
because it was this like oil
was
slick.
it was
almost.
amazing.
It was like realistic, like
Right.
what a real beetle would
It looked like they
right?
did that on Sidewalk.
Yes, and there was different. The wings looked transparent. Everything was glossy. That part of it was dope,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then with the OGs, it was like everything was so balanced,
Hanging
and
off the side like art, yeah.
It's hard. It's
Yeah,
hard.
yeah.
Art's so subjective.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Well, we're going to dive deeper into Ink Master, but first, a game. How good of an artist are you?
I would like to say I'm pretty nice.
Yeah?
You know, I won a couple of awards in 3rd and 4th grade art class. Proud of it.
Well, we're gonna play a little game called the Sketch It Challenge, where we're gonna test your skills for a bit.
Okay.
And we're gonna give you a tattoo-related word.
All right.
Hopefully it's not too crazy.
I hope they wouldn't do me like that.
And you're gonna sketch on the iPad, and I'm gonna try to guess.
Okay.
And then we'll switch, and you can talk on my drawing.
Okay, cool. All right, you ready?
Are you ready?
Okay, look. And if you guess it early, that's cool. Right. What's that? Huh?
It could be an open doorway with light.
So now we see what it is, right? We see what that is. That's a
Ooh, I mean, I could.
right.
Oh, I actually do. Yes, it's an arm.
Right.
Okay, I was thinking something really not that.
Now what is that?
It's a sleeve.
Put it together.
Arm sleeve.
Bow!
What?
Boom! Huh? Let's
outta here.
go!
We're
You
good.
see it! All right, here we go.
Are you ready?
I'm locked in. That's a back. That's a belly button. Boom.
You're pretty good. Or
Come
maybe
on now.
my belly button anatomy is just
Are we adding
stellar.
a belly ring?
You know what? Let's add a belly ring.
Okay.
What a good suggestion. We should play this.
People don't respect the belly ring no more.
Nope.
I
No,
feel
they
like the
don't.
belly ring ran its course, but at one time the belly ring was top notch.
Ooh, how about that one?
Ooh,
or
yeah, the little hoop
no,
to
let's
hang.
do this and we'll do a little butterfly
Yes,
belly button ring. You know what I'm talking about?
All the fellas know the lady with the belly ring
This has nothing to do with my word.
at all.
Nope. I just
This
wanted
is just
I just wanted to draw with you.
because I was really about to hear piercing or.
Whoa, nope.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm in there. Tribal. Give me three. Give me three. Huh? We just saved humanity right there. We did that.
Did it!
We did that.
And next up is tattoo review. Let's take a look at the art from this week's elimination tattoo. The challenge this week was Japanese samurai tattoos.
Today, you must battle it out tattooing a Japanese samurai.
Composition is going to be the most important thing. The way it fits the body, the dynamic poses of a samurai. They're just badass. They're tough.
So now you get to be a judge a little bit, and we'll go through these and you can critique them and let me know what you think about all these.
All right, I got you. First of all, being a judge and I don't tattoo, I'm gonna do the best I can.
This one was Joseph.
Joseph, right.
Yeah.
Now, off the rip, why the leaves and the rope and the bells there?
I wish I knew.
I guess I was asking because I thought you would know.
No, we had the same question, and I really like when tattoos have a really deliberate mix of two styles.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But this is not how you do it. It's very disconnected.
The bell and the leaves look like it doesn't belong at all.
Yeah, it looks like it fell out of the Christmas storage.
Right. It looked like he didn't get that tattoo together.
So this is Trevor's.
The hand.
That's the wrong hand. It's the wrong hand. It looks like someone else reaching around.
That's an easy thing to figure out. You might as well have put a foot there, dude.
Hey, it's a great.
Swing.
It's a great hand.
Which way?
It's not her hand.
Right. If I had to pull out my sword and I'm looking this way, yeah, that's not right.
We all tried to figure this out. There's no way you can turn your hand that way where your pointer finger is not on the top, right? There's
Right.
no way you can turn it in any way
Right.
for it to do that, right? All of us at the judging panel were like, who can do it? And there's no way.
Yeah.
No, it's
That's the
backwards.
hand.
So this one was the winner of the day. This is James.
Yeah.
Did you like this
That's
one?
crazy.
Crazy, right?
This illustration is sick, bro. Even though it's a drawing and a character, I feel like he's a person inside. He's smirking like he's just gonna chop your head off, dude.
James does this trick sometimes where he uses negative space to be an element in the tattoo because he saves time because it's just blank.
Smart.
So it could be a bigger tattoo,
Smart.
you know what I mean? But then he repeated the wave silhouette in the back. Like the one on front is the skin tone negative and the one in back is the silhouette. So it holds it together and gives a foreground, a middle ground, and a background.
Yeah.
So it makes the samurai look like he's actually in the middle.
Yeah.
And that's all composition. You know?
That's fire.
This one was Cat's tattoo.
That face is crazy.
It was cool, right?
I like that face.
She got dished this tattoo because it was supposed to be on the ribs and they were like going for her, you know?
I really do like it though. I like the face at the bottom, the cutting it. I like that horn. Yeah.
It's cool,
Very
right?
detailed. The armor, I think looks good.
Look how cool the tie is too. Doesn't it look 3D?
Yeah,
See that little bow
yeah.
underneath the helmet?
She did a good job
She did a
switching,
really
especially
good job.
switching off from the ribs. I don't think. Do you get this same quality on the ribs?
Yes, but not in 6 hours. And those lines wouldn't have been so straight, I guarantee.
Got you. Good call for her.
Yeah.
That's nice.
This one was done by Anthony Tex.
Got you.
What do you think about this?
I actually like it.
Yeah.
I think you did. I think you did well. Is that dice on the side?
Dice. It looks like dominoes.
Yeah, dominoes.
Looks like dominoes.
Why did I say that? Well, yeah.
No, it
okay.
looks like dice, too.
It look like
dice,
it look like
too.
dominoes. It's more, yeah. But that 4 is just giving me a little roll of 7.
Something from Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Stephanie did this one. What do you think?
I do like it. It's very detailed. That's on the thigh, right? So
Yeah, it was big.
It's pretty big,
It was
right? On
big,
here, it
yeah.
doesn't look. It actually looks good.
It was big, yeah.
I like the tree.
I really liked the red.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think the only problem Stephanie had in this is the lighting on the samurai is coming from behind, so the samurai himself is silhouetted.
Yeah.
But with that much detail being that dark, I think it gets a little tonal and a little bit muddy, and you lose a lot of that really cool detail because
yeah.
it's just
You
kind
wanted
of
to pop out a little bit more.
a little more contrast in
Yeah.
that. This tattoo was done by Lucy.
I like it. Very detailed. The eyes, is that smoke coming out?
It's like blue flames.
Okay.
I like a lot of elements of this tattoo separately.
Okay.
Right? Like when you get up really close to the snake head, it's really cool. And then the weapon, the spear that the samurai is holding, that's very cool too.
Right.
But all of that detail right up next to each other, super close together, becomes really, really textured. And I think there's not very much separation in between the elements, and it's hard to tell what's going on. So this one is Pony.
I like that hand.
Tiny
Now
little hand.
now that's, oh man, that is awesome. The detail in the hand, I like the sword too. Oh, I didn't even realize we're here with it. Oh, that's nice. I see it, huh?
I see you, Pony. So this samurai was done by Jade.
The face is throwing me off.
It's a little,
It's almost giving like Egyptian cat.
yeah, and those masks are pretty scary. A
Yeah.
lot of them are really wonky and weird.
Yeah.
Something is up with the knuckles, no? You see the hand holding the hilt of the sword? Do you think
Yeah.
something's up with those knuckles?
So does he have on the glove? Is that a glove? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And why is the sword so clean?
Maybe he's having an off day.
I mean, the sword just looks like, it almost looked like a light beam
Yeah.
versus a sword.
So this one belongs to Jarrell.
Jarrell, right.
And I have a feeling the result of this challenge is going to be a bit controversial. The horse needed the two powerful front legs, so it didn't just look like a puff of smoke.
It's a lot to look at and try to figure out.
What did you think about Jarrell's tattoo?
I actually like it. I think it's kind of dope. I think it's different. I like how he brought his style to it. Yeah, the feet. I feel like the horse should have at least a couple of legs out, right? Because almost like it's coming out of a genie bottle.
We had the same thought.
Yeah, like it's giving me genie vibes, but you know, samurais don't come out of genie vibes with horses.
I mean, it could, but
Would have been better if he did a lamp.
yeah, it would
It would
have.
have made more sense if he lamp.
Yeah,
now.
it would have,
okay.
absolutely, or
Okay.
something. But here's where it gets tough, right? This is not a bad tattoo. Jarrell's an amazing tattooer.
Right.
But on a day where we're testing composition, it's all of those little things.
Keyword,
that-
composition.
Yes.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to James.
Thank you.
I can't even be mad. I agree. Like,
Well, once again, James wins tattoo of the day. The bottom three this week was Trevor, Joseph, and Jarrell. And I'm sure it's going to be a little controversial, but Jarrell ended up going home this week.
That is a backwards hand. Is that not a sin in tattooing? In my whole career, I've never done that.
I've never done it my whole career either, dude.
Well, you did it today.
I have a problem with the cleanliness. I have a problem with the composition. Jarrell, my vote is for you to go home.
The judges have decided, Jarrell, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
What do you think about that? Do you agree?
Nah, I think hands.
Yeah.
I think so, because that's such a, I mean, that's almost worse than misspelling a tattoo, right?
Yeah.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No
You know what I'm
regrets.
saying? So, you know, that wrong direction, that'll get you.
Yeah. Yeah. There's really, it sucks. There's no going back.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Now, how do you forgive a backwards hand, but don't forgive, you know, the horse flames? And you know what I'm saying? Like,
know,
the backwards
I know.
hand is such a huge mistake.
such
Because that'll
a
ruin
huge
a tattoo.
mistake. Well, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
That's what's tough is like it's a big blaring mistake.
Yeah.
But then the rest of the tattoo is technically
Perfect.
perfect.
I don't agree with that. I feel like the backwards hand was such a big deal, but I do understand why
Yeah.
the decision y'all made.
We were on the fence too. We didn't
Yeah.
know. It was such a tough one.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That backward hands is still, I mean, and once y'all called it out, I cannot
Can't
unsee
unsee it ever. All I can say is I think this one really could have went either way. And when it comes down to it, we have to go back to what the challenge was. Composition.
Every time.
Right? It's tough on both sides of that judging table, I'll tell you.
Do you feel bad sometimes?
I feel bad all the time.
Yeah.
I've eliminated.
Because you're an artist and you know the time you put in, the hours, so you get it.
I've eliminated some people and have gone, you know, off camera backstage and cried for them, like
Right,
with them, because
right.
it hurts and
Yeah.
it sucks. And this competition, you know, to a lot of the world, it's just a tattoo competition.
Right.
But to these people competing,
It's their art.
It's their art and their life,
Right.
and their passion and their voice, and it means so much more. And so it never feels good to,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
crush somebody
Right,
in that
right.
way. You know, we don't, take pride in that. But we do hope.
What you have to do was the task at hand, and composition was over and over preached.
Totally.
Yeah.
Before we go, Darren, I'm gonna have you give your State of the Tattoo Union address on an important topic and weigh in. We hit this a little bit earlier.
Okay.
But how do you feel about the importance of meaning behind tattoos? Do you think tattoos should be impulsive? Do you think tattoos should be thought out? Do you think they could be overthought? And how much does that weigh into?
I think in the beginning, when you're starting, it should be thought out.
Yeah.
Because it's such a new thing, it's such a commitment. It needs to be something you because you don't realize it's going to be on your life forever till you get it.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important in the beginning. But once you get your first few, and then you realize I just like tattooing, it's okay to be impulsive.
Yeah.
Because some of the impulsive tattoos tell the best stories. Friends who get tattoos on vacations, or matching tattoos out the country, or a spring break trip, you know what I'm saying? And that's the beauty of it. So I think it's good to have a balance. But you should always remember that it is going to be on you for the rest of your life.
Yeah. All right, Darren, that concludes our
We had a great
little hang today.
We got a great
It was
day.
a good one,
We
right?
got to run it back.
It was good.
We got to run it back.
We'll do it again.
I got to get a session in. I got a book. I got to come to wherever you
Yeah.
are.
Obviously, we're gonna eventually end up playing, sketch it challenge at a bar at some point.
Right.
I'll make a team, you make a team.
Okay.
We'll go head to head.
All right.
And be serious about it.
Okay.
Right?
I'm locked in.
Until then, how can we find you? How can people find you?
Darren Brand _ on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that. Check me out. I got shows coming up. You follow my website, darrenbrand.com. Yeah, man, that's what I'm on. If you ever see me have a show in your city, stand up, come see me. I'm one of the funniest ones out here. Trust me.
Absolutely. Well, that's it for No More Ink. Don't forget to watch this season on Paramount Plus and check out the Ink Master YouTube channel for everything Ink Master.